today. From Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York.
And we are underway in Buffalo. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Allen looking to throw it right at the outset. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good start. One play, 10 yards.
What a start here to the ball game. You get the good kick return, followed by a quick first down through the air. If this defense isn't careful, they might be looking at a deficit before they know what hit them.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Completes it to Coleman. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. They run the counter with Cook. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. From midfield, here's Allen. And Cook has it, left side. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So now on 4th down, Sam Martin on to punt for Buffalo. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
7 yards there on the first down screen play.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Here comes 3rd down at 7. Mahomes going to throw. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. To throw, it's Mahomes. Throw out wide is incomplete.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, you know, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And again, it's Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Mahomes now to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. On second down, here's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. That's laid out deep for Rice. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense. But this one, a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact. And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps and rounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partners, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And it'll be intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it, and the Bills are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So after the INT, it's Allen. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That was Nick Bolton rushing in and burying him behind the line. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it. And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
That was Terrell Bernard navigating his way to the backfield and dropping him for a loss. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw complete there to Rice.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen. Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So after the big play on fourth, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Mahomes again. Flush to his right. And Mahomes picking up the first as he slides and hits the deck. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Out to his left. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Chiefs have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was all capped by Patrick Mahomes using his legs to get in the end zone. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
And the Bills getting set to go. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing to start the drive. Allen, that's caught. It's Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It didn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, Cook. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Now Allen. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. We've seen quite a bit of a short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Allen going to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Allen hit. He lost the football. Oh, now Brown. Oh, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
They'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he'll be taken down, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. They run it with Pirine on first down. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
He'll get this out to his running back, Pirine. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously, he is well short of the first. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So the field goal unit is coming on here, and boy, this is going to be darn near impossible. And they say officially it's a 68-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Right now, they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Here's Allen to throw it. Got it complete to Khalil Shakir. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken in at the 22. The field flipper there, a 47-yard punt coupled with a loss on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The drive starts with a handoff to Pirine. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Here's Mahomes to throw. That is incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
On third down, it's Pacheco. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. And meanwhile, Allen's throw taken in by Cooper here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Allen off the play fake. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Allen. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Out to the flat here for Johnson. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 26. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. To throw, it's Allen. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs will take over possession here up at the 44. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They'll run here with Pacheco. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. But he lost 6 there on the first down play.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. Touchdown! Mahomes hitting his favorite target. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It was Leo Chanel who got in to drop him. The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Allen now looks to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs ready to go again. He hit Travis Kelce with a touchdown pass last time they had it. And they'll begin here with a 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Call it a gain of a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now Mahomes' throw complete to his tight end, Kelce. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Looking for Kelce on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Looking downfield for Kelce. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. That's laid out deep for Rice. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Throwing Throwing on first down is Allen. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. To the air, Allen. It's caught. Cooper sheds off the tackle, and he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. This taken in by Kincaid. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. From the gun, it's Allen. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 43. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Allen now on first down. Coleman has it here right side. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Has his man. It's Shakir. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Khalil Shakir, 32 yards. And the Bills are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they're able to cut this down. Down to 12. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. The Chiefs going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top as we send you down to Orlando. So he comes out of nowhere. He's got this handlebar mustache, greasy hair, and he says, would you rather eat a jar of mayonnaise or 3 sticks of butter? And I look, well, all right, never mind. Third quarter action now. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if they were three talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Now Wentz on the bootleg. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their... offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. 2nd and 10. Wentz That ball caught. It's Rice. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 26. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And a coverage. Terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Wentz going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that's where you want to use your big tight end. Let him use his size and frame to go up and get the deep ball in the end zone. But that time, they couldn't connect.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Wentz going to go on 4th down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with 5. Some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Cook up the gut. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Calling a loss of 2 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal. And this one a 41-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good. And that'll get the deficit back to 16. They're certainly happy they were able to force the fumble, Charles, but wish they would have gotten in the end zone, only getting 3 points there and still facing this second half deficit.
And they also will understand it's going to be a whole lot tougher to force another turnover the rest of the game, because that offense, they're going to be all about ball security from here on out.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Off the bootleg. Schrader. Into the hands of Hendershot. And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's third down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be fourth down. They're going to try and throw. Nowhere to go. Here, he lost the football. And this is going to be... Covered by a member of the offense, but whistles come in. Remember, on fourth down, that becomes a dead ball. If anyone other than the fumbler himself recovers. So it'll come back to the spot of the fumble, and that will mean that's going to wind up being a turnover on downs. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
Allen looks to throw on second down. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
I like the thinking there because right after a sack, it can be a great time to call for a screen to your running back and use the eagerness of the defense against them. Able to gain some positive yards out of this one and make things a little bit easier for them on third down.
And the Bills are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On play action, Allen. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bills get a bit closer. So now Allen and the Bills going to stay out and go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Steps away to his left. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Off play action. Roberts. That one into the hands of Hopkins downfield. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Setting up the screen to Pirine. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. From the 21, here's 2nd down and 3. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The pickup goes for 13 and sets them up 1st and goal. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. Off the play fake. Roberts. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack, and that makes things tougher here on 3rd and goal. They'll try and sneak it here. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
Hey, give him credit. That's a good, solid game there on the sneak because it all comes together. Enough space, get forward, gain yardage. Well done.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. And that's going to be caught. Oh, a one-handed grab there. He's got it for the touchdown. Well, it was 4th down, so there was pressure to begin with, and then you make a one-handed catch like that. What a play.
Just when you thought your blood pressure couldn't get any higher after having called for it on 4th down, you see a one-handed catch being attempted. I'm sure it spiked at that point for all the guys on that side of the field, and instead they get...
And he's going to go...